a lot more people seem to be customizing their bikes and posting it to the internet than ever before. And I just kind of want to discuss why I feel that you should modify your motorcycle, should change the appearance up even just a little bit. Not everybody's going to agree with me on it, but yeah, I feel that you should. And here's the reason why. A lot like motor vehicles, or a lot like your house, people want to add custom things to it. They want to change it up because their style doesn't suit modern day. Their style isn't what everybody else like. They want it to be unique for whatever reason. I feel like why you should modify your bike is because, to me, it should symbolize your personality. It should show who you are, even if it's just changing up the exhaust, changing up the handlebars, adding something to it that isn't necessarily designed for that bike. You should always want to add your own personal flair to it. And maybe you want to, but you're hesitant because you've been told you can't do it, or you've been told no, or you've been told you shouldn't because somebody might not like the looks of it. People might not understand why you want to. They might not understand your style. They might criticize you, which will leave some people kind of hesitant on doing so. Depending on your skill and what you have available to make it happen, I feel like you shouldn't listen to those people. I had people telling me and criticizing me about the very first fairing that I had on this bike, how the fairing didn't suit the bike. They didn't really like the looks of it. Listening to them is part of the reason as to why I went with the Batwing, needing to change it up because the Batwing no longer suited my style. I went with this fairing. I no longer talk to the people that criticize me due to other reasons that I'm not going to discuss. I listen to them, and although I enjoyed the look of it at the time and the functionality, I had to change it up. Cool. I know I looked on Google Maps, and last time they showed that this bridge back there was closed. The road was closed, but I'm glad I can get down here now. If you want to hear some more reasons as to why I think you should customize your bike, continue watching. And I'm back. Hopefully my hair doesn't look too wild. I had bedhead before I put my helmet on. Little trail down here. I'm on my JVC camcorder. Bridge there that I just came over. Oh, and you can come right down to the water. Bet you this is a good fishing hole. I could just sit out here all day, or just be here all day. Not a single sound other than a few vehicles, the trees, the bugs. Alright. I know it's a little murky and all, but I guess continue on here. See what's over here. Some shade, cool off a little. These trees, from a distance, the way they're kind of stacked, look like the devil's lettuce, but they're not. Yeah, I had this on my map for a while. Thought it'd be kind of neat to stop. Kind of didn't have any intentions on doing it today, but I did. I'm glad I did. Cool off in the shade for a few minutes, get a drink. I'll
continue on the way. There's the true star of the show right here. Guess I should have brought my digital camera, but that's okay. Gonna keep this on a list of places to return with the camera. But back to the topic at hand. Maybe when you've been discussing with people about modifying or customizing your bike, they've said, oh, well, it's expensive. Can't do it, it's expensive. And although it can get kind of costly, depending on the parts you go with, on what you want to do to it, and whether you want to incorporate some of those parts with some of your stock parts, it really isn't all that hard and all that expensive to do. Let's take exhaust for example. It can get a little costly if you want to throw on a name brand full set of exhaust. Like if you wanted to throw on a set of like Vance and Hines or Cobras, you're gonna pay a good buck for those. They can cost you thousands of dollars depending on what you decide to go with. But you can also go a cheaper route. You can go the used, or you can, if you want to just change up the sound, you can add just mufflers on. Although that'll mean you have to maybe cut up your stock exhaust if they're not slip-ons, which I guess then, yeah, you'll have to cut it and maybe weld it depending on the type of exhaust. But I mean, depending on where you shop and what type of exhaust you really want, it's not going to cost you all that much. Hell, you can even modify the exhaust that you have on your bike simply by removing the baffles. If you want to add a fairing to it, you don't necessarily have to go with Memphis. Although Memphis, you do get good quality. There are brands out there that, like this one. This is Crater. They offer decent products for the budget builders. So it all depends on what you want to do to it and what resources you have available. For the most part, you can customize for a decent price and get some decent quality out of it. It depends on who you know or your skill set, but if cost is something that people have brought up that has prevented you from not doing it, don't listen to those people. If you can, take to the internet and find yourself a group of people that'll be able to help you out. There's always going to be those people out there that try to talk you out of doing something just because it's not their style. They don't quite understand the look you're going for. And personally, I don't think you should surround yourself with people like that. No matter what you want to do to it, if you pitch the idea to somebody and they're like, oh, no, that's not going to look good, don't listen to them. Envision what you want to do and just make it happen. It might take you a little while to figure it out, but there's videos out there of guys doing stuff that might help you out. Just because you don't want to be traditional doesn't mean you have to settle. Find what you like, find the style that you like. And just do it. I'm gonna wrap it up. Keep your shiny side up, ride safe. If you're still here, smash all the buttons, and I'll see you in the next one.